I almost got some hate mail on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you do on Twitter?
That touchdown that Hyde ran.
Yeah.
Landry cracked back on Johnson.
Jughead?
Doink, yeah. Jughead.
Apparently this guy doesn't really know where to look. Not sure if they saw that in the scouting report. When they say head on a swivel, I don't think this is what they were talking about. So,
Shock G.
Damn it, I said so.
You guys fine with that? Okay, never mind.
If you go back and watch the tape of the Carlos Hyde touchdown run, you'll notice something on the broadcast, but you don't hear it until you see it. Never have one of those moments where like you see something and then you you don't catch it the first time, but you go back and you're like, how did I miss that?
Every time I watch Infinity War, I pick up something new.
Oh yeah, that movie's deep. There's a lot of good stuff in that movie. No, if you watch Tremaine Edmunds on the Carlos Hyde touchdown run, you didn't hear it the first time, but you hear the vacuum sound as he sucks into the hole the wrong way. And
you worked way too hard for that.
I did. There was a long road to that one. But it's true. We talked about it last week, and we saw it again. I mean, just what happens is the center snaps, moves left. Edmunds dives left. I don't know what he was watching. I'm not sure if his trigger was he was just watching the center line. He's watching center, QB, running back. And he's looking to see, okay, which way are they going? Which way are they going? And the center moves left to help the block, and Edmunds shoots.
I can tell you exactly what
shoots
happened.
The gap, shoots the B gap.
Earlier in that drive, they had a counter play, and Hyde bounced it, came in and decided to bounce it outside. Edmunds flew, and you could tell it wasn't a delayed blitz, or it wasn't anything like that. He just tried to hit the hole, and Hyde bounced it around him. That may have been the Poyer pie face.
Oh, that was so bad.
But that being said, he was thinking too much after that play. Mm-hmm. So what he started to do is, listen, I'm peeking in the backfield too much. It's not good. I'm gonna just try to watch the line. So that's what he did. He's like, listen, the lineman's firing out this way. This is where the lineman's going. But that was one of those things where we had stated that was our fear. When he knows where the play's going, he could be a top 10 linebacker. Mm-hmm. When he doesn't know he looks like a 7th round pick. Mm-hmm. But just as Allen on the offensive side of the ball, his eyes deceive him. Mm-hmm. He's not going through his complete reads. Which the fact is, Edmunds will develop faster. That's one of those things. What
I still love him as a player. There's way too much awesome to ignore.
Oh yeah,
way too much. But
he's a freaking. I paused. When they do the replay, sometimes they'll give you the end zone cam. They paused it. I paused it just to show, because I was watching the game with my buddy, how big Edmunds is.
Yeah, he's big
compared to everybody.
Well, he flew out. And I don't remember what play it was, but I think it was Hyde. It was either Hyde or Duke Johnson. I don't remember. But he made a play down by the sideline that he had no business being anywhere near. I don't remember who it was. But I remember, was that Edmunds on that tackle over on the sideline? It was just like a 1 or 2 yard gain. It wasn't a very big gain. But I mean, he can make plays that he has no business making.
Why was he covering the slot? One play, he was like out on the slot receiver. I'm like, okay, is this one of those Kenny Stills moments again?
Oh, no. No. Tremaine Edmunds has to be better in coverage than Jerry Hughes. It's not even a question. He just has to be better.
No, but what I love about it is that he's going to get 4 full halves, you think, to try to correct this problem. But I don't think that's something that they necessarily want to coach out of him, that aggression.
That's why I really just anticipated him playing Will, because he could. It just simplifies things a little bit more. Then
you got no quarterback of the defense there. Very rarely do you have an outside linebacker the quarterback of the defense.
No, I get it. I understand they want to give him that responsibility, but from a learning curve perspective, my preferred position for him would be Will. I guess that's the best way for me to put it.
So you're saying that,
to maximize his skill set right now and help his learning along the way, the best thing for him to do would be to play Will.
I disagree, because I think he'd have to play another position. I mean, he'd have to learn another position, because the duties and responsibilities for both those positions are so different.
No, I understand.
So I think if you throw a lot on his plate now, it's like they're doing the opposite of Allen, what they're doing with Edmunds.
Yeah, they're just throwing Edmunds in there.
Go here, take this.
Yep.
You're going to be the leader. Here. You just turned 20. We're going to have you for like 10 years.
Yeah, right.
But him moving sideline is it's a no-brainer. He flies when he knows where the ball's going. He's just having a little bit of trouble just trying to diagnose where that ball's going to go. And it's funny because so what you're saying essentially is that if you were to put him at will linebacker right now, he'd be a 9.5 out of 10.
Pro Bowl player.
And he's an 8 as a middle or a 7. What would you say right now as a middle linebacker? Because he still makes a lot of plays.
He still does, but he's a 6. He cost you a touchdown because he read the wrong gap. Like, he cost you a touchdown.
Well, there are a couple things, because Trey White's a Pro Bowler, and he came down too far on Hyde, which he should realize he's not going to make that tackle for a loss. He needs to just stay wide, so he forced everything back, and he let Hyde get outside, which I was impressed by Hyde's running. I really was.
Yeah, Hyde looked good. He looked real good. But here, to get back to your question about where is he right now?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that's where his ceiling is, right? But let me put it this way: if we know that he's getting sucked the wrong direction, that every single team that the Bills play know that he's getting sucked the wrong direction, and you're going to see it in those opening drives, those first 2 opening drives from any team. There's going to be 2 misdirection plays in the script. Those first 8 plays, because there's going to be 2 misdirection plays to see, can we pull Edmunds the wrong way? I'm telling you, you're going to see it in every script until he figures it out. And it's a liability.
You know what you do? In your scouting report on certain formations and certain downs, if you think they're going to run the ball and or do misdirection, what you do is you blitz.
Right. Yeah, just make his job easy.
So even if they do play action...
it doesn't matter.
You're
you're using him in the play as opposed to depending on him on the play.
It's like a pacifier. Listen, you're gonna have this for a couple games,
right?
But then you got to pick it up.
But again, that's a band-aid solution. Because that to your point from earlier, you're not giving him the opportunity to learn. You're just saying
until he learns. I'm saying
right. But if you're trying to blitz him on every opportunity you can, when you think they're gonna run something,
not him. I'm talking about blitz somebody else.
Oh.
I'm talking about blitzing him.
Oh, I'm talking blitzing him.
No, you take him completely. You let him read. You let's say you blitz Milano.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? On a certain listen, they may run misdirection here. So if Milano's on his left,
so he's got to shade Milano off the blitz.
So Milano's gonna blitz. So therefore, he knows he's covering the gap over here on the right side.
I got you.
So if he flies that way and it's counter that way, he's good.
I thought you were talking about blitzing.
No.
Edmunds.
No. Okay. Even though that is one of his strengths that I haven't seen him do yet.
No, they haven't. They really haven't done that.
But why would you need an A-gap blitz when you have Kyle and Starr there? It just doesn't make any sense. You're taking essentially, you're putting him in the wash. And you don't need to do that.
Yep.
Let him roam free. Which
that'll be interesting to see if they let Edmunds blitz with the defensive line rotation. Right, so when Phillips is in there, is Edmunds more likely to blitz? That'll be interesting to see.
I would like Phillips in there more, just to try to raise the communication factor with Edmunds, because them 2 guys are going to be here for a while.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to see, really quick, the second team defense cannot cover a pass. The first team defense can't stop the run.
It's funny that
What
you're
are we
like,
gonna do?
I know that you're like, oh, Star and Kyle in there, but I saw lots of runs up the pipe.
It was not good. It was no bueno.
Nope, did not look good at all.
But like I said, this whole line minus Joe Thomas started all 16 games last year. That starting line.
Cleveland is underrated. That defense was swarming, man. Swarming.
We'll see.
Ended my night, man.